Last week, I attended my very first wine tasting. Winning! While I was there, I discovered 8 different types of wines. Today, we are going to be discussing the different flavors and aromas that come from tasting them. The flavor of the wine is determined by what type of grape was used, as well as where it was grown. Winemakers refer to this as the terroir, which is the soil, topography, and climate. Flavors are also determined by how the grapes are treated in the cellar, whether it aged in barrels or whether a system called push-down was used, which is just a way of saying stirring the juices, or whether, technical term time, the juice sits on the grape skins, which is a process called maceration. Enough of all of that fancy stuff, let's get to this wine party. The Sauvignon Blanc has wonderful aromas of gooseberries and figs, sometimes even freshly cut grass. Chenin Blanc has aromas of peaches, melon, pineapple, and the Chardonnay, a little bit more romantic because it has aromas of vanilla and butterscotch. Now let's move on to the Rosé. This one is a very, very versatile wine, and we haven't paid much attention to it. It has a gorgeous pink color. I personally enjoy it during summer braais, and it's also perfect with a bit of surf and turf. Let's give it a taste. Picking up a lot of strawberry and cream, very delightful. Now let's move on to the reds. This is the Pinot Noir. The Pinot Noir has aromas of berries, cherries, as well as violets, and even a barnyard smell. Just because it smells like that doesn't mean it tastes like that. This one is the Merlot. The Merlot is very exciting because it has aromas and flavors of chocolate, plums, fruitcake, all of those goodies. Basically Christmas at your mama's house, that's the Merlot. The Cabernet Sauvignon typically has aromas of dark berries and cedar, and even has a damp, earthy kind of smell, kind of like a forest floor. The great thing about this wine is that it ages really well. And finally, the SHIRAZ. SHIRAZ has aromas of leather, pepper, as well as smoke, kind of like an old cigar bar. What happened to wine tasting like grapes? Some people are super sensitive to flavor. They're called super tasters. Now, these fancy folk didn't really do anything. They just were blessed with a lot of taste buds that can pick up a lot of things. I'm obviously part of this exclusive club. I mean, we've done a whole series on this. So you go forth, enjoy your wine, and maybe you'll be part of this great club. What better way to experience some gorgeous flavors and aromas than with a bottle called Graham Beck Gorgeous?